What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike. We are taking a look at Saitama. It is starting to move as we get closer to the saitarealty launch coming on Friday. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for daily cryptocurrency content and all your Saitama information. So let's take a look at some of the stats. 12.8 in terms of liquidity. That has grown over the last couple of days. 2 million in daily volume. Again, I talk about this in nearly every Saitama video. We've got to take that into account that SAITAMAsk is having transactions going through it. $600 million market cap, closing ever closer to 350,000 holders. Now, look, what was the point of this video? Well, look, we've got saitarealty coming. It does feel like they've done some more marketing, not particularly around saitarealty, but just getting a few more personalities onto the program, and obviously all the noise that came out of the terror. And I'm just going to give you my quick views, but I have got a full video dropping about that very, very shortly. Price 11.33, like I said, up 4.35%. So it is starting to move as we see people moving into Saitama to make sure they've got tokens to buy saitarealty. What's my view of it? I still stand by the fact of my initial video where I just think I don't understand how the use case goes from crypto into real estate, but look, we're going to have to wait and see. What have we seen? Well, look, we did get this tweet with Crypto Hezbollah, or the Hezbollah NFTs, who is using the saitamask. So it feels like he was all over the Dubai Expo. Feels like he's joined the wolf pack and is starting to promote that. Is this a good thing? I'm not really sure. He's got 50-odd thousand followers, I think it is, 52,500 followers. So a decent audience. Again, I just don't think you associate him with crypto outside of crypto. So you kind of almost promoting your product to people that probably already know about it, if that makes sense. But again, it's more eyes on Saitama. Could it be a good thing? Time will tell. Now, we did get this from Russ. Seriously testing my self-control here. Every day I want to tell you all exactly what we're doing and can't. The struggle is real. What does that mean? Well, look, everyone thinks we've got a tier 1 exchange coming. I think with everything that's gone on with Binance US and Terrarium over the last 24 to 36 hours, it kind of makes sense that Russ wouldn't come out. Now, it hasn't stopped him in the past, where he's kind of come out and said some pretty outlandish things, but clearly you would expect Saitama to be working on something in the background. I did drop a video saying that we would see a centralized exchange soon. I think if we're going to see anything, it's going to be kind of FegX, or it's going to be the kind of lower end tier 1 exchanges. I don't think we're going to see Binance. I don't think we're going to see Coinbase, but certainly, you know, Kraken or FegX or something like that. I think we could, sorry, FTX, we could certainly think that Saitama could be listed on there. Again, all of this has to do with tokenomics and the fact that those centralized exchanges do have a bit of an issue with the tokenomics. Like we said, saitarealty, March 25th, exclusive on saitamask. Now, people are using saitamask. People are using it. It does feel like it's got some more volume going through it. I think the number I saw was over 300,000 users were signed onto it or signed up to it, and over 30,000 transactions have been completed. So definitely a step in the right direction in terms of getting their products. And again, could Saitama go back to the moon? Absolutely. They have a use case. They have an app. For all intents and purposes, is working. This is just about a process. Now, we were expecting to see a list of new tokens. Now, if you remember from the AMA we streamed the other night, Russ did say we were going to get a list of new tokens that they were working on that were going to be the next phase of those. We haven't seen that yet. Could that come today? Quite possibly. Let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see on saitamask. But I think that's where they've got to really start to capitalize on it. Maybe a token every week, or as they vet the process, we see someone else launch on it. That's the important thing that you want to see with the saitamask ecosystem, is that it now continues to grow, and we see more and more tokens onboarding onto saitamask that people can swap. And the big one, making sure that I think we need some big coins on there, some big altcoins, things like Ethereum, things like BNB, just bigger coins, Solana, Cardano, something like that, where you can, you know, you just get people to use the app, use the volume that's going through it, and ultimately that's where I think success could come with saitamask. They've got to get people using it, they've got to get volume going through it, and I think if they can do that, we definitely will see a shift across in terms of people using Saitama and saitamask. And lastly, I just want to cover off what everyone's talking about, the hyper burn effect. And this kind of falls into what I was talking around, where they get more tokens onto the platform and people start to use it. ultimately, transactions and usage will drive the price of Saitama up by deflating the token supply. We know obviously the tokenomics allows for a deflationary token, so we need to see that. And I think once we do start seeing some volume going through, and there's been lots of numbers thrown around about the hyperburn effect, I don't think we can truly measure it right now, but I think if they start to get their cards in order, we start to potentially see a centralized exchange, a big centralized exchange with some good volume going through it. I think people will move towards Saitama and saitamask, and I definitely think we can see a good run. Like I said, we're definitely seeing some volume coming in. Here will be the challenge with Saitama, and it will continue like this for a long time until either the app really gets some tokens onboarded or something changes, i.e. a big exchange. People are desperate to take profits out of Saitama or even take their initial out. It's as simple as that. A lot of people will have FOMO bought into Saitama on the top end when it was in the November the 13th launch. So people will be desperate to take anything out, or at least try and cut their losses. I think, you know, the average is about 70 to 90% in terms of loss. So we're definitely going to see a pretty rough ride as things start to pump. We're going to see sells. But let me know in the comments down below what you think. You're still holding strong, and what tokens do you want to see on saitamask next? And I'll see you guys in the next video.